Okay. Let's start talking about English and your experience with the English. First, tell me a little bit about yourselves before that.
May I start?
Of course.
All right. My name is Iasmina and I recently graduated high school here at Loga in Timișoara. And
Where are you
I-
headed? Tell us.
I'm headed to Paris for a double bachelor in math and CS at the École Polytechnique de Paris.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I should mention that the program is entirely in English.
Oh,
So,
exciting.
yeah.
My name is Andrei. I also recently graduated high school, and I'm going to medical school here in Timișoara.
Congrats.
Thanks.
We have a future doctor in the house and a future engineer. So, can you tell us a little bit about your experience with English? How long have you been studying English?
I feel like I've been studying English for my entire life, or I should say that I've grown up with it, being surrounded by it, consuming content, reading, listening to music, to podcasts, I should say. So yeah, English has been a major part of my life since I was 3 years old, and it's second nature to me. It comes naturally, and
Hence,
I-
college in English.
exactly in an international setting.
What about you, Andrew?
I have been studying English since kindergarten, which was an amazing journey because it's been part of my life. I think that being born in the technological advancement era, I guess, helped me a lot because I play a lot of video games. I used to play a lot of video games because now I have to prepare for the baccalaureate. And they were in English and they helped me a lot to develop my curiosity about this language.
Yeah,
and I
that's-
think also my skills.
That's important to mention. What else helped? So, video games, TV shows, maybe. Listening to music in English.
Definitely.
What about preparing aside from, being surrounded by English? How did you decide to actually take some classes and maybe get your CAE diploma? What was the journey like?
Well, I have been studying English in school, as I told you, since kindergarten. And I remember even before entering high school, teachers and older kids told me that they were going to take the Cambridge exam, or that I should take the Cambridge exam because it provides a lot of opportunities, because you get to use it as an equivalent to the English skills for the baccalaureate exam. So I knew about it beforehand, and it seemed like a major accomplishment that had a difficult journey before it.
And you never back down from a difficult
No,
journey.
never. I love a good challenge. So I knew that it was something that I had to do, and I had it in mind for a really long time, and I just needed actual practice for it, like for the skills that it evaluates, and for the actual
Structure of the
exactly
exam?
for its structure.
What about you, Andrew?
I think I have never taken a break from learning English. As I said, it was not a stressful journey. It was more like a routine that I developed. And all my classmates in primary and secondary school kept talking about how they're taking the exams and how should I also take them. And I remember that I was thinking about taking the Cambridge exam, but I figured that if I wait till high school, it would be better for me because I would go to the superior level, try to develop my skills more until I would have taken the exam.
For the C1 or C2,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. And I'm really glad I did this because, and I want to encourage everybody to take a higher level exam and not stress with the lower levels because they're not that hard, and if you keep practicing, ultimately you're going to be really good at English.
Speaking of practice, if you could quantify the hours or the months, how long would you say it takes to practice for the actual exam up until the date?
So I think that if you were to only practice for the exam intensely, maybe half a year, but you have to have some knowledge beforehand, definitely.
Background knowledge,
Yeah.
grammar, vocabulary, right?
Exactly. If you're just starting English classes or you're just A1, A2 level, I think you need more time and you need to focus more on the structure because it doesn't come naturally if you have not been practicing, developing your vocabulary, your skills.
And it's not only vocabulary, it's also listening and speaking, right?
Exactly. If you master those, however, if you have your vocabulary and grammar on point, I think 6 months are more than enough in order to get familiar with the structure and to practice the speaking part and the listening part. But yeah, other than that, I think you definitely need training and guidance when navigating verbal tenses or conversions or rephrasing. Like the grammar aspects are definitely difficult to understand maybe on your own. So luckily I had the right people to guide me through them, and all I needed at the end of 10th grade when I first came to you was actual exam practice. I needed to get familiar with the exam settings to manage my emotions and deal with the stress, maybe, because there was a little bit of stress in regards to it. But
And a little bit of confidence, because even though you were an overachiever even back then, somehow you still, I had the feeling that you still lacked the confidence. I don't know why. And then
yeah, I think I'm shy at the beginning, and then I open up and
yeah, you eventually overcame that.
yeah.
So you mentioned rephrasing and you mentioned vocabulary, and let's talk a little bit about how that helps in the actual exam. So think of use of English and reading. Which parts would you say are the trickiest?
I think part 4 was one of the trickiest because you have to have a little bit of creativity, but also the structure in your head. And I think reading helps a lot. Reading books, a couple of books in English at least, in that period of time when you're preparing for the exam. But you need to practice and write down phrases, because how else you're going to remember them? And part 7 was also a bit tricky. I think it's a bit open to interpretation. It's hard to figure it out on the spot, but you have to have a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree with you, Andrei. Um, Part four is tricky in terms of the different clauses, if clauses, conditionals, and all. But then again, I'm quite fond of grammar.
You
So-
liked them because they were a challenge, right?
Yeah,
They were like
and-
a math problem.
Yeah, exactly. They're like puzzles. And when it comes to reading, some parts definitely leave room for interpretation. But I think in the actual exam, everything becomes clear. I remember that feeling. I remember reading the text and then the fragments which I had to insert, and everything just clicking for me. Everything made
Like
sense.
a puzzle, yeah.
Exactly.
So, if you were to give the ultimate advice to students who are about to take the exam or are looking forward to taking this exam or getting prepared for it, what would you tell them?
Start early, definitely. Start early if you don't want to be stressed, if you want to integrate the English language as a lifestyle. And don't stress about the actual exam. The time will come when you will start preparing for it, for the specific structure. You just have to be open-minded and keep practicing. Not only vocabulary and writing, but also speaking, also listening. Try to consume as much media in English as possible and talk with your friends, maybe family. That helps a lot.
That's great advice.
I'd say believe in yourself, because no part of the exam is actually too difficult, and you are going to do fine in all of them. I remember hearing people complaining about the listening, whether they will be able to understand everything or not, or for the speaking part as well. Just have confidence, believe in yourself, and everything will turn out amazing.
Yes, and that's how it turned out for you because you both got C2, right?
Yeah.
And congratulations for that. You have
you.
worked really hard. And it was a pleasure being your teacher. Thank
It was
you.
a
Thank
pleasure
you.
being your student.
Thank you.